away just in time. They are going to survive.
That is not how I saw that going.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I was talking about, is the side of RCS Green needs to strategically die so they can come back with items, because if they don't do that, they're just not going to be that strong for the fights. And there is Thresh going down under the turret, unfortunately. That's really rough. Pantheon actually getting traded. The shutdown gold is going to be really helpful for Thresh as he goes back to buy. He does have a ridiculous amount of gold, 4k to be exact. So he's picking up the Age of the Legion. I really like that buy for Thresh, as it is pretty much, as we mentioned in Champion Select, primarily an ability power damage-based team on the blue side here, RCS Blue. So you pick up that Aegis for your team and try and keep them safe from the AoE magic damage.
Not too sure about the Ahri build though. She picked up a Leandries and not a Regen item, or just like a Leandries in general on an Ahri.
It's not bad. It's all right. It's not the worst item in the world. Here's the Pantheon ult though. Let's see if they can get that good jump on them. He lands on the Annie. Annie's gonna get blown up immediately. Pantheon has enough damage. He's got that Brutalizer like I was talking about. Such a good half item. They're getting some really good damage on the ult coming out from Xerath. No, not the ult, excuse me. The Q coming out from Xerath. Not gonna land. Wukong taking big damage. Oh, beautiful stun by Amumu to save his partner, but unfortunately Wukong goes down as well. There's the Xerath ult trying to land. Does not finish off Kassadin, unfortunately. Good hook there by Thresh, but I don't know if they have enough damage. Good snare onto Amumu. They're going to jump on him as well. The CC train comes in. Amumu is tanky enough to survive. Morgana follows up on the snowball, trying to pop her ultimate, but it's only going to grab Xerath. Beautiful Q into that chain. She is going to go down, though, there from Thresh as well as Amumu. Not enough damage from the Syndra ult, and the Kassadin tower dive is not good enough. Takes too much damage. Thresh 519 right now. Support getting those kills.
Dang, Thresh, you get it, girl.
Oh, beautiful hook onto Ahri, followed up by the Tibber stun right there. Excellent teamwork, excellent wombo combo, and he flashes away just in time to survive. Wukong jumps in, pops the ult. Syndra is going nowhere. No, she gets the beautiful knockback. Can they engage? Yes, there's too much CC, there's too much gap close, and here comes RCS Green. They've got a small timing window to try and push down this turret.
These wombos.
Absolutely, it's extremely strong. When they actually work together as a team and just train the CC one right after another. There's Kassadin jumping in, not enough damage to kill Annie though. The bandage toss misses from Amumu. This Amumu skin's bandage tossers look so weird. They're like wires coming out. It keeps confusing me. But Wukong not getting hit up by that snare. And Amumu is going to take that health relic for himself. It says, Annie, you know what? This is for me. I'm in the front line. You can go die. Speaking of Annie dying, she did her part. She said, yes, sir. Yes, sir, right away. Nice hook coming out from Thresh. Good damage onto Morgana, and they avoid the snare as well. But good trade damage coming back from Kassadin. Kassadin doing a good job of engaging and jumping back for trade damage after he knew that the skill shots were down.
Just creeping on these builds here.
Yeah, do we want to kind of jump back, I guess, because we never really got to finish the talk about the Leandry's Torment, for Ahri. Like we keep talking about, I really would like to see Ahri with a little bit more CDR, a little bit more mana regen. It's why you see usually Ahri's pick up either the Morello Nomicon or the Athene's Unholy Grail to get that 20% CDR, get that mana regen, so you can spam your spells a little bit more often. Because Ahri, without her spells up, is not that strong. And if you have enough CDR, they get on a very low cooldown to where you can really kind of just spam them the entire fight. It's extremely strong. So basically what she's doing is she's adding a little bit of health, so it's a little bit of tankiness. There's Ahri getting jumped on though. Wukong coming in. Kassadin will be able to escape. No, the CC train is way too much. Extremely well played. Oh my goodness, Ahri getting locked down. Beautiful ultimate from Amumu. The flash ult is perfect. Xerath ultimate missing a little bit. Excellent hook onto Pantheon though. The flame misses, but they are going to do enough to pick up the kill. Again, the CC train from RCS Green is so well played. They keep doing this perfectly where as soon as one CC ends, the next one starts, and there is no chance for a champion like Kassadin to jump away, because both Kassadin and Ahri, nice hook, but it's a black shield. Well done, Morgana.
Huh. Did that? No, that didn't hit her. That snowball hit her. Syndra's dead.
Oh,
she might be dead
beautiful
right now
knockback.
Anyways.
Oh my goodness. Oh, but unfortunately the hook lands. Oh my goodness, this Thresh's hooks are just absolutely beautiful. And the knockbacks from Plummo on Syndra have been really strong as well. He's timed those knockbacks extremely well, but the hooks from Thresh are just absurd. His KDA right now is 21. There's Pantheon jumping in. Pantheon is pretty darn manly right now. Nice hook. They pick up the health relic as well. Brazen Black flays him back into turret. Excuse me. There's the double kill from Pantheon. Kassadin is not tanking. No, it is Pantheon tanking it. Nice flash from Xerath to grab the health relic. They are able to actually... No, sorry, excuse me. Kassadin is still not tanking. He's standing on the health relic, but that's not going to work. Lana Del Randy in the back line as well. He's going to have to tank the turret for the time being. Glob to Blob going down, but Amumu might go down here as well if Pantheon can jump to him. Yes, he does. The shutdown on Amumu, actually from Kassadin.
Oh, Ignite.
Yeah, there you go. Picking up those kills from beyond the grave. We keep bashing on the Ignite, but it does, hey, it picks up kills, so it's not too shabby.
Pantheon really, like, man-moded that whole thing. He essentially just killed 4 of them.
Which is exactly what I want to see out of Pantheon in this team comp, is you want to see Pantheon in that front line being the one to kind of be the damage absorber, because everybody else on his team kind of is pretty much backline except for Cassidy, who actually has to jump in, but he's definitely not really your tank that you want. So you need Pantheon to kind of cover that role, and he's got enough damage from his Brutalizer right there, the Doran's Blade, as well as some damage coming up from the Hex Drinker on top of that. He's got enough damage to actually make his attacks really kind of threatening right now, especially since the fact that everybody on RCS Green is building magic resistance, which is the right thing to do because their team is 4 out of 5 AP champions, so you build MR, but that leaves Pantheon open to do a lot of damage. It can't be itemized against. Ari going down though, getting jumped on by the monkey. That's not even, just 2 people killed that fox right there. Amumu going in. Oh, Pantheon, excuse me, jumping right back as well, using the clone does Wukong, and everyone's disengaging currently. Kassadin having to jump away. Good damage onto Annie though. Hook not landing.
Wukong has the Maw. He went full Maw.
Finished the Maw. The Maw. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Maw personally, because it's basically an item that the lower you are in HP, the more damage you do. Which for me, I'm not the biggest fan of betting on taking a lot of damage. I like to bet on taking no damage. That's kind of my style of play. Although, of course, Wukong is definitely frontline, so he's going to be absorbing some damage regardless. I feel like that money could have been better spent elsewhere, but Kassadin forced to jump away. Good black shields this entire game long by Louis V right there. Or Louis V, I guess you could say. Oh, great ult by Wukong. And then there's Amumu coming in and actually finishes him off with the ultimate. Beautiful Curse of the Sad Mummy. They're going to come back, and actually it was an interesting fight right there because there was a bit of a dive on the back line. Like Morgana dove the back line of RCS Green right there, and they got kind of split up. So once RCS Green was able to kill the back line of RCS Blue, they just peeled back and kind of washed over them like a tidal wave right there, and just kind of cleaned up the rest of the fight. 4v1 right now. We'll see what they can grab turret-wise. Oh, there's the engage. They're just diving right into the turret. There's the ignite. Black Shield is using as much as, it's absorbing as much as she can. Whoa, she picks up the kill on Annie.
Hey!
Great job. Walking over to the bush, Annie was just like, yes, teammates, do the work for me, but hey, gotta pay attention the whole time. Annie is able to go back and buy, but I don't know if she wanted to. They grabbed the turret. There's the Pantheon ult, though. Pantheon doesn't know who to go for. There's so many delicious targets. Amumu does pick up the health relic. Wukong might get the execute. Can he? Yes, he does. Beautiful play by Wukong to get that execute off. Pantheon trying to 1v2 right now. There's the Flay. Thresh, oh no, he just abandons it actually. Tries to land the hook. Unfortunately, does not. Pantheon picks up the health relic. There's the ultimate by Xerath. I would have liked to see him hold off on it a bit longer, like you mentioned. He's been popping it a bit early. You want to kind of use that for last hits once people get low when they're running away in the back.
Yeah, he's only got 1 kill so far.
He does have 18 assists though, which is definitely something that's super helpful. You don't really need to pick up kills on ARAM as long as you're whittling everyone down, but like you said, it is a carry's job, like Xerath, to last hit those champions. So I would like to see him try and focus a little bit more and actually picking up those last hits, like you said, on the champions.
No, well, he's got tier 1 boots for Xerath, but Xerath is like really, really immobile in the first place.
Very true. They definitely do have enough map that he can kind of set up in the back and kind of use pretty much a glass cannon in the back, to where if someone jumps on him, he's pretty much dead, but if he's able to just stand there and freely attack, he does a ridiculous amount of damage. The nice thing for Xerath, though, is he does have that Rod of Ages, plus the health coming out from the Haunting Guys, so even though Xerath isn't that fast without the upgraded boots right now, he's reasonably tanky and can actually survive a decent amount of burst, which is usually kind of uncommon for Xerath, but that's why we keep mentioning Rod of Ages and the Catalyst of Protector is such a good early buy on an ARAM like this, because you know it's going to stack up the entire game, you know the game's not going to end before it does, and it also, you know, pretty much the frontline backline system that you normally see in Summoner's Rift isn't as kind of common on this map. Things get a little bit more crazy, a little bit more clustered, and the ability to survive that initial burst as a squishy caster is extremely imperative. Black Shield going on Kassadin, good trade damage, but they're just going to back off right now. Oh, there's the monkey going after the fox. Monkey in the Fox Pantheon with the ultimate, dropping the Thresh box. Good job, Thresh there. Wukong in the front line. He is going to go down there. Too much damage. Mumu using the ultimate. Pantheon jumping in the back line, but they are going to be able to take him down. Can he take down Annie in time? No, he cannot. Great stun there onto Morgana. Can they chain it? Yes, they do. There's the CC train. They are not going to do enough to kill her, though. Beautiful job by Glob the Blob jumping in the back line. Oh, it actually goes ham. I thought he was going to try and jump to safety, but he actually jumped to Annie to try and pick up another kill. Wow, 2 for 2 so far, and ticking red health bar is there for Annie. Picks up the health relic, but I don't know if she's going to be surviving for that long.
I didn't notice Syndra had heal until right now.
Neither did I, yeah, and Ahri
That
took heal
heal
as
saved
well.
Morgana.
Syndra and Ahri have heal. I like that, because you're always, you know that pretty much every single time you fight, you're going to have at least one ally near you to actually benefit from that heal, plus a little bit of movement speed is extremely strong in either getting away, chasing, possibly dodging skill shots, whatever the case may be, but it's just really nice to have that extra bit of survivability, because really when you're a squishy carry like that, the longer you can survive, the more your spells can get off cooldown, and the more your spells can get off cooldown, the more actual damage you can do, because you're all about that spell rotation as one of those casters.
I usually keep healing ARAM, but I'm not like... I'm not a model ARAM player, so don't follow what I do just because I do it.
Absolutely. There's a beautiful engage, but they actually are not able to pick up the kill. Ahri does not have her ult, and she doesn't actually have to burn her flash either, going away with a ticking red health bar. But the problem is on these ARAM maps, I always say ARAM maps, there's only one ARAM map. On Howling Abyss, in ARAM mode, you're not able to heal by jumping back. There's the beautiful engage by Wukong, knocks up Pantheon. Good job by Amumu with the bandage toss. They aren't able to pick up the kill though. A good engage onto Cassid, and oh, just barely hooks the cannon minion instead of Ahri. Ahri almost actually walked into that one. Annie's super low on HP, but they're trying to grab this inhibitor right here. There's the engage from Pantheon. Can they get the inhibitor in time? Good Zhonya's there coming out from Glob after he jumps in. After taking the kill on Annie, he is going to get stunned up and go down. Good engage from Amumu as well. Ahri coming from the back line. Does she have enough HP or mana? Zoned out by Thresh Hook right there. Pantheon in the back line. They have no mana on Amumu though. Can they pick up the kill on Pantheon? Oh, do they have it? The black shield just coming in. The snowball lands though. Oh my goodness. Snowball kill coming out from Xerath. Normally I don't like to see casters pick up the snowball because why would you want to go melee range as a Xerath? But hey, last hitting with the snowball is totally fine too. So great job by Cold Blood.
Maybe you want to get that stun, you know? Snowball in, stun, and then you die.
Yeah, the point blank stun. Exactly. It's hard to miss when you're right in front like that. But speaking of miss, oh, beautiful play there by Xerath. Flashing away from the Morgana bind and then hitting him with that big explosion. Morgana goes down for her troubles after blowing that flash. That is really unfortunate. Oh, she didn't. No, she flashed previous. Excuse me. My apologies. I didn't believe she flashed.
Flashes straight.
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, she didn't flash for the cube. My apologies. But yeah, at this point it gets really rough because as we were mentioning before, the problem is that everybody on the side of RCS Blue is AP except for Pantheon, but Pantheon's also really kind of their only tank, so he needs to build more tanky than anything. So the side of RCS Green can really just itemize MR and come out fine because Pantheon's not going to be doing too much damage. Ahri does go down, Pantheon goes down. This could be a really big timing window for RCS Green. The inhibitor's down as well. Super minions are starting to flood out onto the map. About to hit these Nexus turrets right now. Cassidy getting locked down. Oh, we actually Zhonya, so the bandage toss goes through and hits Syndra. They're going to blow him up regardless. Zhonya is coming out from Morgana as well. There's the Syndra ult, but the Syndra ult is not doing very much damage, unfortunately. Plummo might go down. No, the stun does not land, and they're content to just back off and hit those Nexus turrets for the time being. Oh, there's the Xerath ult. That's exactly how you want to use it. Well played by Cold Blood right there. And this is going to be the game for RCS Green moving on into the next round.
Rest in peace, RCS Blue.
It was a valiant effort. They did reasonably well there. That game was a little bit tough. I believe the better team comp came out for RCS Green, but at the end of the day, we always talk about this. It's really not the team comp that decides the game. It's how you play. We've seen really strong teams get terrible team comps, really kind of just get screwed over in the champ select, even though of course it's random, so there's no actual champ select, but they get the worst team and are still able to pull out the win because they play so well, they itemize so well, and fight so well, and are so coordinated. So even though it's random, it is still a lot skill-based, so congratulations to RCS Green pulling out the win there, moving on to the next round. Once again, my name is Streetball, casting alongside Slightly. We are the Random Championship Series. Our website is randomcs.com, and we'll be moving on to the next round of our ARAM tournament right after this. We'll be right back, guys.
I'm not holding back for anyone.
I'm here.
All right. Hello, everyone, including Slightly. Welcome back to the Random Championship Series Open Division ARAM Tournament for today, Friday, October the 16th. Once again, my name is Streetball, casting alongside the lovely Slightly, who has just returned to us from her pomegranate, endeavors.
Oh, no, I was shoving tacos in my mouth.
Oh, tacos now. Okay, my apologies. We've moved on. We've upgraded. All right, we are in our quarterfinal matchup right now between the NA wildcards on the blue side and RCS Green on the purple side. So I like they haven't switched sides, so that's helpful because we can keep RCS Green on the purple side, but we have the NA wildcards on the blue side, and they've picked up a reasonably beefy team right there. Pretty big front line with the Warwick, the Nautilus, as well as the Darius, and then a 80 carry and support combo in the back line there.
The Thresh!
Yeah, the Thresh again, exactly like you said.
All hail our Thresh overlords!
It's so devastating on a map like this, especially since, as we saw before, when Pantheon used his ultimate, Thresh just put the box down, and pretty much Pantheon's like, all right, I'm going to hit one of these walls. Like, which wall do I jump into? There's nothing really you can do after that, so it was really well played by Thresh. We'll see if Dark Cat is able to pull off some amazing hooks like we saw in the last round there, but I believe it was Zenith Bell, who's on Kale in this round, which is going to be really interesting. This is actually a really, really cool team comp they have here, because basically what you have is you've got the Lulu ultimate and you've got the Kale ultimate to keep your ridiculously squishy, super hard burst insta-kill carries like Shaco and Rengar alive. You can also, of course, use it on that Rammus as well. It's a really, really devastating combo because you can build Rengar pretty much pure damage. Just use the Kale ult, use the Lulu ult on after that or before that or whatever you want to do, and Rengar can just run a train on everybody in the team. Just the first person goes down, next person goes down, and he just kind of continues and just chugga-chugga-chew through the entire team right there. It's pretty devastating. I've definitely had the wrong end of that combo in solo queue before many times. It is really rough. So I'm excited to see if the side of NA wildcards here can survive that, if they can deal with that. They have enough beefiness, but can they keep their Draven safe? Because if Draven is alive, he'll do the damage.
Oh, I gotta hope so. And I have to tell you, I hate Shakos. I hate Shakos on every single map. But I especially hate them on ARAM. Not like to be against them, but I'm sad for them because it sucks.
Here's something that the Shakos can do that is ridiculously annoying. No matter how you play, if you get Shaco and ARAM, put Jack in the boxes in the bushes. If you do nothing else the entire game, that will be so annoying for anybody on the enemy team. They're like, oh, I'm going to use this bush and try and get some zone. I'm going to try and land some skill shots from the bush. Anytime you walk immediately close, you get feared, you start getting whacked away on, and it's hard to kill those things because they're reasonably far away. So if you're not a ranged champion, if you don't have many ranged champions on your team, it's really, really rough. And they can also kind of counter engages that are on you just by setting up those boxes and having people, when they jump in, they get immediately feared. So Shaco can actually be really strong on this map, but like you said, he's not the best ARAM champion in the world, but can still be used reasonably effectively. So I'm excited to see. And the fact that they have on the side of RCS Green here, the fact that they have this Rammus, they have that tanky CC frontline champ. If they didn't have that, I'd be a little bit more worried because they'd probably have to put Rengar in more of a tank role or something like that. But they can have Rammus be that tanky CC frontline and put a little bit more damage potential into their carries there in Shaco and Rengar, and then kind of have almost like a support Kale, support Lulu setup.
But like on that side, Kale and Lulu are their only really ranged that they have. Unless you count Rengar. Sort of.
Very true. It definitely relies, Rengar and Shaco definitely both kind of rely on Rammus going in, or possibly somebody on NA wildcards there getting out of position, which is not that likely, like we mentioned, because they're so tanky. Really the only person they can kind of catch out, unless it's like super early in the game, is really the Draven. Everybody else is going to build some form of tankiness and be able to survive that initial catch and burst from the Rengar, from the Shaco. But we'll see if they can try and gain an advantage early. Usually, like we mentioned, in Summoner's Rift, Shaco and Rengar are kind of about those like early game kills and just snowballing based on invisibility and just being super annoying and starting to one-shot people. You can't really do that on this map. It's just one giant straight line. There's no way you can get those cool kind of jungle flanks off. But you can still be reasonably annoying, so we'll see how they're able to pull this off, but it's going to be difficult to start. But like you mentioned, they do, as I said before, Lulu and Kale, I kind of said they wanted to be more supporty. They definitely do want to build some form of damage for sure, because they want, like you said, they want that back line, they want that ability to wave clear. But they definitely, I feel, if I'm Lulu or Kale, I'm focusing most of my attention on landing a good ultimate on my Shaco or Rengar, because I really feel like a good ult on one of those two guys will win you the team fight more so than anything.
I'm feeling the ult on the Rengar. Not so much as Shaco. I don't have as much faith in Shaco as you do. You definitely know a lot better than I do, but I have a lot of deep-seated hatred that I feel you have less of.
Shaco is definitely one of those champions that I feel like either he's gonna hard carry the game and be the most annoying person in the game, or he's gonna be virtually useless. So it's kind of a grab bag when you get Shaco, especially on an ARAM map.
Either 15-0 or he's 0-15. Like, there's no in-betweens.
Exactly. It's the solo queue Shaco rule, where if Shaco's on your team, he's going to feed. If he's on the enemy team, he's going to carry everything. Actually, we see Lulu picking up the support item right there. I always forget what this is called. It's not the Ice Cream's claim. The Frostfang is the initial. No, that's the second tier one. Excuse me. It's the Frostfang. Or is it? Yeah, it is.
It's Frostfang.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I always forget the names of the support items there, but I actually don't want to see Lulu do that, because I think Lulu should be one of the main wave clearers, and if you're getting those last hits here, we're going to fight early. Rengar jumping into the back line. Oh my goodness, the hook lands onto Rammus. Rengar going to go down after the exhaust. The first blood being picked up there by Draven, and they're just going to try and take down Rammus here. He's able to get away. Oh no, Lulu gets hooked there by Nautilus. She flashes. Is it going to be enough? The damage from Draven is huge. She pops the shield. Going to be able to stay alive just barely. Rammus actually goes back in. No, Rammus, get out of there, buddy. What are you doing? He's taking more damage. The hook lands. Oh no. The double hooks. Okay, beautiful flash there from Rammus. But now the problem is pretty much everybody on RCS Green's flash is down. Well, at least Lulu and Rammus. And they're both super low on HP. So really they can't kind of get involved, and they can't do anything for the time being. They're gonna have to just sit. That's actually really, really devastating for NA wildcards. You almost kind of wonder, would it be almost better to die there so you are full HP for fights like this as they jump in? Oh my goodness, the 3-man pull in from Darius, 4-man, excuse me, and the hook landing on a Kale, but Rengar's just running into the back line. Rengar is a man possessed, or a cat possessed, I guess. But Draven picking up the kill there, cashing on those adoration stacks. They get the flay on Rammus as well. Double kill for Draven. Draven has 3 kills so far. He is cashing in on those stacks faster than he can actually stack them up. This is exactly what you want if you're a Draven.
Ooh. I didn't actually see who it was there. I kind of think it was Warwick, but they lived with like 1 health.
It was the Nautilus there, yeah, because Rengar was in that back line there, just going crazy. He just ignored his entire back line. Was like, hey, you guys are on your own. I'm gonna do my thing. Special Agent Rengar, let's go. We're gonna assassinate the president of the back line here, I guess, Nautilus. But they weren't able to do it though, unfortunately. Nautilus having, again, we talked about this before, the Catalyst, the Protector. It's so strong, even though Nautilus is normally kind of a champion that you don't really want to build Roa on unless you're like maybe top lane or something like that. The fact that he has it, it provides some extra damage on top of that. Oh, they're actually going to be able to pick up the kill, are they? The shield from Lulu gets pulled back in. Excellent apprehend there from Darius. Juan Carlos has been just on point with those apprehends. Rammus tanking enough to survive right now, but he keeps walking back in just slightly. Darius, the Q there, the nerfed range on it, not really kind of doing that much. Rage hook onto Kale. Let's see if Kale can go down. She's getting those bleed stacks on her. She's going to be ticking away. She's going to survive just barely with that pot ticking, but Rammus is not as lucky with no flash. He has no escape right there, and he goes down as well. And just right now, NA wildcards are going crazy.
Oh, this is stressful.
Yeah, this is pretty intense, and the fights just keep breaking out over and over and over again. And to be honest, this is not exactly what you want if you're the side of RCS Green, even though they haven't been able to take any sort of turrets and stuff like that. Once a lot of these people are able to back, oh, and they grab some CC onto Shaco. He's able to stealth his way out of there. Rengar going in. Rengar is just going man mode. Rengar is still level 3. Because he's died so many times. Oh my goodness, this is... Oh no. Warwick actually able to heal with the Q off there, but in goes Rengar. Draven picking up another kill though. Oh, another apprehend there from Darius. This is so brutal. His apprehends are coming just on point. Q not enough damage, but they do pick up the kill. Draven picks up yet another one. The Thresh Box lands to level 6. With level 6, Warwick is going to go down. The first death of the game, but it's a triple kill for Draven. 6-0-5. When Draven backs to buy, he is going to be the richest man in all of the Howling Abyss.
One of them just said yay, but I can't see who. Rammus.
Oh, good job by Shaco right there. Getting in there.
Well, that's when he goes back. It's now.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, is that this is actually a good time to go back because they have so much money to spend. So the fact that they're dying there, obviously you'd prefer the execute, but it's really not that big of a deal. The fact that Shaco is able to get the shutdown, that's great for him because he gets more gold. And of course, we actually do see an AP Shaco, which to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of. I prefer AD, but on ARAM, I think AP's better. AP's probably better on ARAM, but again, I am not a Shaco player. I cannot tell you facts behind this. This is just purely me going, hey, yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. But there goes Darius again. Like we keep talking about, the nerf Q range doesn't matter at all. Rengar going down, excuse me, Shaco's clone going down, and he's running away in the back line. Ram is trying to absorb as much as they can, but the level differential is absurd right now. Level 7s against level 4? Like, this is insane. I've never seen this big of a differential in terms of levels on Howling Abyss before.
Me either. You got this, Shaco.
It's really unfortunate.
Oh no.
Shaco.
Oh, no. He's got it.
Able to jump away. Juan Carlos getting some good damage, and he flashes forward for the Q. Oh wow, he's going to go down under the turret. Shaco does pick up the kill. I would have rather seen him flash E and then Q after, but hey, to each their own right there. He is going to be able to go back and spend some more of that money. There's the engage on the snowball. They're going to try and go after Darius right there. Rengar jumping into the back line. He's got a nice barrier shield going. He's going to stay alive. He's going to try and kite for his life, but Rengar does pick up the kill. There's the Lulu ultimate onto that Rengar. There's the Kale ultimate as well. Rengar is untouchable, and they are able to get the double kill on Rengar, and they clean up the fight. Excellent plays by RCS Green right there. Now,
save the Kale ult.
Yeah, you probably could have, but hey, you know what? It looked cool. It was exactly what I wanted to see. It was the play that I have envisioned in my head when I was theorizing what's going on. I was like, that's the cool play when they get that double, so they're just untouchable. But Darius goes down as well. He needed to wait for his team. There's the execute on Rengar. He didn't get any damage on Rengar. Beautiful play by Rengar to know that he can stay in there. It was actually AV1611 in the last game playing Wukong that got an excellent execute as well. His executes in both games have been on point. Whoa, a hook onto the invisible Shaco there as he was kind of jumping away.
I've never seen that before, so
yeah, that was
something new to me.
That was like a weird kind of like semi-mad life kind of situation going on. So well played there. Dark Cat landing the hook there onto Rammus. There's the box coming out as well. It's going to be a kill onto Rammus for the back line. Nautilus actually going under the turret right now. Cold Blood forced to flash away as he is nowhere close to being tanky. Hook landing on Rengar as well, but they're just backing off for now. There's, Draven ultimate, not able to take down Lulu, but it chunks her extremely hard. And we keep saying this, even though you don't actually get the kill, the fact that you're able to chunk someone down so hard, they're not very effective at all. There's the flash. Oh my goodness, a 5-man bump back there by Rammus. And Draven flashing away the back line, but Rengar is on him. There's the Nautilus ultimate. Can he kite enough in time? Rengar too far away from his team to receive those ultimates from his Kale, from his Lulu, and everybody going down right now. Darius with a dunk fest, picking up a triple kill before he goes down, but it is definitely worth it for the death right there. And they're going to try and grab this turret right now. Warwick tank, excuse me.
This game is hurting my heart.
It's pretty rough, unfortunately. The problem is that each time RCS Green has actually been able to grab these kills and win these team fights, it's kind of strategically good for NA wildcards to die at that time because they're able to go back and buy. Draven, of course, with that IE right now. There goes Rengar, the backline. Can he pick up the kill? Yes, he does. Thresh getting taunted as well. There's the 2-man knockout from the Lulu ultimate. Probably could have saved that, but hey, not the biggest thing in the world. They're already able to pick up double kills from this. Rengar going to be picking up the kill there onto that Warwick. But I don't think they're going to be able to get anything from this, unfortunately. Beautiful apprehend underneath the turret there from Darius, getting some extra damage onto Rengar. Shaco popping into his clones.
As long as they don't try any crazy dives. Oh, Darius.
Darius is pretty strong right now. He has finished that Black Cleaver and he's starting to build. Whoa, there's the Kale ultimate onto that Rammus. In goes Rengar as well. I was gonna say I would have saved that Kale ultimate for a squishier member. You usually don't want to use it on your tank, but Rammus in there taking a bit too much turret damage. Oh my goodness, the snowball follow up from Darius. He picks up the kill. No, Draven, excuse me, picks up the kill. Brothers fighting over kills right there in the lore, I guess. I don't know much lore, but I know those two are brothers. I know that. Got that down.
More than I knew.
Yeah. Good enough, it'll do. But yeah, Kale gonna go down there, unfortunately, after, yep, there it is.
There it is.
Two hook-based supports picking up the kill, they're tag teaming it. They have a nice little kind of duo system with the two hook buddies, the two kind of angry Noxus brothers there as well. Whoa, the flash hook coming out from Thresh. I would have liked to see him do a flash flay, and then it's a lot easier to land the hook once they're slowed from that. He was in range to do that, taking the lantern back, but no matter what, it is enough space, I guess enough zoning pressure to get that inhibitor for free without having to team fight. They are at half health though, they could get jumped on in the near future.
Like
But
that?
they're going to decide to jump on Rengar, actually. There's the ultimate coming out from Darius, picking up the kill. It is going to reset. He knocks it again. Doesn't get the kill before he goes down, but Rammus does eventually fall. Whoa, turret diving there is Warwick. The Kale, actually the Lulu ult, excuse me, coming on Kale, but it does not get a knock-up. Just makes her bigger for now. Gives her some HP. There's the dive from Nautilus as well. Locks her down with the passive. Draven might go down. He does have the barrier shield just enough to stay alive. Oh my goodness, Draven just barely keeping himself afloat. And Thresh just tanking turrets like it's no big deal. Same thing with Nautilus. These guys are taking so much damage, just barely surviving. Here comes the ult from Rengar. There's the jump. Picks up the kill. Can he take down Thresh as well? Great hook to try and stay alive longer. Picks up the double kill. Can he make it a triple? RS made me lol trying to run for it. He picks up the health relic, but beautiful ignite just before he got to the health relic. That halves the healing from that health relic. Allowed him to pick up the kill right there. Ignite is the summoner spell of choice these two games, I guess.
You shouldn't have mocked it.
It's what always happens to caster curse, right? As soon as you're like, I don't agree with this. I think that it should not have gone this. Immediately it's like, nope, yeah, we should have gone that. Ignite's great. So great. They're doing it well though. I always say anything works as long as you're playing to that strategy. So if you pick Ignite, as long as you're using it properly, and that was the perfect use of Ignite right there, half the healing. There's Darius though, he does not have his ult. No, he does have his ultimate back up, but there's the Kale ultimate used on that Rengar. Beautiful timing on the Q coming out from Darius to pick up the kill on Rengar. As soon as that Kale ult went down, the Q landed immediately. There's the ultimate picking up the kill onto that Rammus. Even though he's got so much armor, the Black Cleaver shreds it so hard. Darius is on a rampage right now. Triple kill. Can he make it the Penta? Oh no, excuse me, Draven got a kill. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Warwick picks up the last one, so it was not meant to be, but that is going to be an ace regardless. NA wildcard's going to push in and try and finish things off right now if they can. Minion wave not there yet, though.
They don't need it if maybe not tanks it.
Very true, he's tanky enough, and actually Nautilus has gone semi-AP here, which I don't mind at all.
Yeah, I just noticed that actually.
Yeah, you've got the tankiness of your Warwick, you've got your Darius, even Thresh is reasonably tanky. Having a bit of extra damage is not that bad of an idea, especially AP, and it's paying dividends right there. Lands the ultimate as well onto Rengar. Good call using it on the Rengar, because as long as you're keeping your Draven safe, he can just unload on do damage like this right now. The damage is absurd coming from Draven. Those Shaco boxes doing a bit of work, but not enough, unfortunately. Nautilus tanking the turret, but doesn't need to.
Just cuz.
Just because he wants to. There's the Kale ultimate. Landing on her, she's gonna just back off. It's not long enough though, unfortunately. The Kale ult goes down so soon. Whoa, beautiful Lulu ultimate to keep her alive. Kale's still surviving. There's the snowball. Is she gonna go in on that? They need to try and make a play right now if they can. She does follow up on it. Lands the shutdown onto Draven. Can Lulu go? She does not have the ult now to pop it up. She actually flashes forward. Oh no, Whimsy's the Darius, but Darius gets healed and he's gonna survive.